Mic check, mic check. Yes, NGW. Yo. When I say 01, you say 21. Man like Dereiss, and I'm back with a new one. Rep my city, fan what you on. Best thing from ends, no I can't choose one. Might see me in the bull ring, might see me get to my bling bling. Fam, if I got beef with you, you don't want to see me up on Broad Street. Man grew up on wide and skeppy, just as much as Heckin Scott. Might see me broadcast live to telly, repping on 121. You think it's it, but fam, what are we on? Rogan from town end to Leon. People that ish about wrong are bitter. Yo, NGW. When I say 01, you say 2101. When I say 01, you say 2101. When I say 01, you say 2101. Jeez, yeah. When I say that. When I say that. 01. Jeez.
Representing the 0121 and winning tonight, 191 pounds, he is the lyrical dragon, Man Like Dereiss!
Man Like Dereiss kicking us off tonight. Dave Bradshaw here at the commentary booth alongside Tempest. And Tempest, what a night ahead of us.
Dave Bradshaw, there is nowhere in the world I would rather be than sitting here watching this man right here. Man Like Dereiss has a tall task ahead of him, but you won't find many more talented men in UK wrestling today.
Reece and Rogan have conquered the Eastmount Centre. Reece and Rogan have conquered Hull City Hall. Reece and Rogan are going to prove the doubters wrong once again when Reece and Rogan conquer the Connexin Live Arena. We will prove to everyone that Hull belongs to us. The sooner you admit that you were wrong, the sooner you embrace that Reece and Rogan are right, the sooner you come to realise that this is the new generation. Ego. Reece and Rogan have ego? Damn right. Because we know now that we deserve to be here. We know now that we deserve everything that we've got. And we're hungry for opponents. New opponents. No. We're starving for new opponents. Because we're the top of the food chain. So step up. Anyone, step up.
At this time, introducing the opponents. The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring at this time, weighing in at a total combined weight of over 500 pounds, Reece and Rogan.
They are collectively one half of New Gen, and as they said, quite rightly, a dominant tag team here in NGW. And Tempest, I don't know who Dereiss has got as a partner tonight, but whoever it is, they're going to have an uphill battle.
I will always be one to sing the praises of the Man Like Dereiss. He's one of the most talented men in UK wrestling today, but I don't know if he's going to be able to have the chemistry needed with whoever his tag partner is going to be against such an established team like Reece and Rogan.
Reece and Rogan, indeed, all of New Gen we know have a real chip on their shoulder, saying that the old guard, the NGW originals, have been taking their opportunities, taking their spots in the main event here in NGW for a long time now. They are looking to force their way to the top of the card, and a victory here at NGW's biggest show in its 15-year history would be a statement on the part of Reece and Rogan.
Who, of course, will Man Like Dereiss's tag partner be? We're waiting with anxious, bated breath in anticipation to find out who is stepping up to try and take down Reece and Rogan, but we won't have to wait much longer.
NGW, what do we think of Reece and Rogan? Anyway, do we want to see some wrestling tonight? Oh, NGW, I said, do we want to see some wrestling tonight? So you think I've got no tag partner, yeah? Well, I've got this friend. He's tall, he's handsome, and he's strong. He is the man, the one, the only, Adam Flex Maxted!
Wow! Adam Maxted?
Well, we were wondering who was going to step up. And my goodness, Dereiss has found himself an equally talented partner.
He's here! The former NGW Champion, Adam Maxted! Star of pro wrestling, star of reality TV. You may have seen him on ITV's Love Island. But tonight, he's back here in the Connexin Live Arena. What a partner for Dereiss!
Well, he certainly fits the bill. He is tall, he is handsome, and he is very talented. And what better way to get yourself right back rolling with some momentum than a big win here at NGW's Eternal Glory.
Of course, the other thing with Maxted, I talked about New Gen having a chip on their shoulders. Well, Maxted might well have the same. He was stripped of the NGW title by executive producer Mark the Beast Lebet back at the Destiny Rumble. The tag team titles, by the way, are currently vacant. They have been since NGW relaunched after the pandemic in 2022. We have rumors flying around that Mr. Lebet plans to bring those titles back in the year ahead, but that is a question for another day. Right now, Reece and Rogan against Dereiss and Adam Maxted. Look at the spectacle here in the Connexin Live Arena, the biggest indoor event space in Hull. A lot of people said it was a risk for NGW to try and fill an arena this size, but they have come out in force, as they always do, the NGW fans, for what promises to be an historic night of wrestling as the bell rings here on our opening match. Man Like Dereiss gonna start things out for his team. New Gen looking to have an excellent night. The other two members of New Gen, both of them going to be in action later. Vusic going to be part of a Gen X match immediately following this one. And of course, the leader of New Gen, Miles Kamen, in action in our main event, a steel cage grudge match against Nathan Cruz.
You see here, Man Like Dereiss taking Rogan off his feet early. I would have given the power advantage slightly to Rogan here, but Dereiss has got him off his game early.
Yeah, Dereiss having some fun with the somewhat humorless Rogan. Drops down his elite frog from Dereiss, and an arm drag's going to send Rogan down. Man Like Dereiss firmly in control in the opening moments. Remember, it was a very confident Reece and Rogan who issued that open challenge. If this backfires on them here, it will look more than a little bit embarrassing for them. And Reece, I think, was a little worried there, came in to save his partner. Here we go, it's breaking down already.
And you talk about embarrassing for somebody to issue an open challenge, to lose that open challenge, let alone to a team that is yet to be established, like Maxted here, and, of course, Man Like Dereiss.
I wonder when they issued that challenge if they had really anticipated that two men with quite this caliber would respond. You saw the double drop kick there as Reece and Rogan sent to the outside. They're going to have to regroup, and Tempest, they're going to have to find a way to get into this match and do it quickly.
This is, of course, the big drawback of issuing an open challenge. You don't get the same amount of time to prepare for your opponents like Dereiss and his mystery partner have here.
Well, the action now is back in the ring. It's Reece for his team. There's a drop toe hold from Man Like Dereiss. Dereiss going to bring him back to the corner, and here comes Maxted. Maxted, second turnbuckle, brings down the axe handle on that left arm of Reece.
We're seeing Maxted now in this match officially for the first time, showing us all why he is a former NGW World Champion.
Speaking of the NGW title, we know that the title will be on the line tonight. Sam Bailey continuing his long rivalry against Matt Myers on NGW's biggest stage. We don't know who is going to walk out with the NGW title, but we do know that whoever it is, Adam Maxted, is going to be in hot pursuit. He looks like he has not missed a step. Maxted attempts to send Reece to the corner, got reversed, Maxted leapfrogs over him, ducks a clothesline, shoves Reece away. Great agility by Adam Maxted, pace quickening here and the dropkick takes Reece down.
How often do you see a man as big as Maxted with the agility of Maxted?
Covered and just a 1 count there. Yeah, you're right though, Tempest, this is he's a once in a generation athlete in some ways, Adam Maxted. You look at the physique, the uncanny agility, the strength. Adam Maxted is the total package.
He's a 5-tool player in every sense of the word. Right now he's laying on his back.
And just gradually you get the sense now that Reece and Rogan, who obviously are the more established tag team, they are starting to gain a foothold in this one. Maxted sent to the corner, becomes flying out, double clothesline, sends his opponents down.
Absolute power of Adam Maxted, knocking down both Reece and Rogan with 1 shot.
Now here comes Man Like Dereiss, drop kick to Reece, clothesline takes down Rogan, and another one. Kick from Dereiss, shot to the back of the neck, and a German suplex, perfectly executed by the man from the 0121, follows it up with a big back body drop as well.
Stringing together such incredible offense, one move after another. Now looking to take down both Reece and Rogan at once.
Dereiss swings round, and that swinging kick into the face of both Reece and Rogan. Man Like Dereiss is headed to the top floor here. The open challenge may be about to backfire for New Gen. Here comes Dereiss over the top and wipes out Rogan. Hooks the outside leg. Dereiss for the win, but it's a kick out on 2.
Dereiss, of course, a man that likes to have a good time, a man with plenty of charisma, but as we just saw, his technique is second to none.
Dereiss forcing Rogan back to his feet, but the big man gets that shot in on the jaw of Dereiss, gets himself back into this. Big right arm into the face of Dereiss. Dereiss, though, just oozing charisma, but oozing in-ring talent as well. As a little cheap shot there from Reece. Referee's back was turned. Adam Maxted inadvertently here, not doing his partner any favors. Rogan just mocking Maxted. He knows that Maxted has a bit of a short fuse, and they're trying to exploit that here. Reece tagging back in. There's frequent tags now between Reece and Rogan, as Dereiss is looking more than a little worse for wear. Rolled very timidly back into the ring, but he's getting a beat down immediately here from Reece.
This is that tag team synergy that we were talking about earlier. Not only having the presence of mind to tag in frequent tags from Reece and Rogan, but having the presence of mind to distract the referee and get in those extra shots on the outside. You may not like it, but it is effective.
Yeah, everything Reece and Rogan doing here is exactly what an established tag team you would expect them to do. We talk about it all the time, but it's no less true. You keep your opponent in your corner, keep him as far away as possible from his partner, but Dereiss trying to battle out of that corner. The double missile dropkick off the second turnbuckle from Man Like Dereiss.
Now he desperately needs that tag to Adam Maxted. Maxted trying to get the fans into it, trying to will Dereiss on.
Yeah, Maxted, look at him stretching out that arm. Dereiss agonizingly close.
Still about half the ring away.
Rogan's got the leg. Rogan's got the leg of Dereiss. He's going to try and drag him away. Dereiss using his legs to push Rogan out of the way, but Reece wiping out Adam Maxted, sweeping that leg, and Dereiss with no one to tag.
It's heartbreaking, but Dereiss will have to endure this punishment a little while longer.
Yeah, I think if Reece and Rogan have their way, it might be a long while longer, because it seems like with the sadistic smirks on their faces here, they are very much enjoying the punishment they're administering here to a man like Dereiss. And meanwhile, Adam Maxted getting more and more frustrated with every passing moment.
With the referee distracted, you're seeing Reece getting in those extra shots, choking Dereiss on the ropes.
And this is the thing with New Gen. They demand that they get respect from the fans, but they behave like this all the time. We see it regularly, and then they wonder why they get booed.
Clearly, they're expecting the results to speak for themselves, but it is simply not the case. The ends do not justify the means in the eyes of the fans, rather.
And Dereiss trying to get to Maxted again. Sent back in to the Reece Rogan corner, but this time he's been able to dodge them. The super kick right to the jaw of Rogan, and now Dereiss, surely the best chance he's had to make the tag to Maxted.
The fans are behind the man from the 0121. Reece has a hold of him.
Enziguri! Can he make it that final couple of feet? Dereiss leaps towards Maxted. Here he comes. The man from Northern Ireland with a clothesline on Reece. And another one. Rogan's going to get some as well. Adam Maxted fired up here tonight in Hull. Maxted, the power slam on Reece.
He's firing up now. He's got these big men right where he wants them.
Rogan takes one in the corner. So does Reece. Adam Maxted sends them colliding into each other. And that tag really has changed the entire landscape of this match. I think Reece is legal for New Gen. Maxted, the drop kick on Reece sends him into the corner. Man like Dereiss still just recovering down outside the ring. Maxted going to have to go this alone for a while longer, but he looks extremely comfortable doing so. Or does he? Hang on, Rogan, or Reece rather, I should say. Tried to lift him onto the turnbuckle, ended up eating a face full of turnbuckle himself. And Adam Maxted with the springboard drop kick. Maxted, hook of the leg, shoulders down, and Reece gets out again.
This has now effectively become a one-on-one match. Both partners of Reece and of Maxted incapacitated on the outside. Dereiss still trying to recover enough to make this maybe a 2-on-1 situation.
And Reece with that brawling instinct, just headbutting Maxted in the jaw. They're going strike for strike here now. Right hand to right hand. That side headlock now from Adam Maxted. I think there was a blind tag there from Dereiss. The springboard spear from Maxted, I should say. And now look, Man Like Dereiss up on the top turnbuckle.
He's perched.
The 450 splash from Dereiss.
Oh, well, this is the best chance they've had to win this match so far, but Rogan.
Yeah, Maxted's having none of that. Maxted's seen enough. Rogan taken out of the equation. Maxted follows him out there. Dereiss will try again, this time. Surely, oh no, I think maybe that delay just gave Reece enough time to recuperate, so he was able to get his bearings back and kick out. Wow, Maxted going face first into the ring post.
Absolutely getting wiped out on the outside. And I was just talking about a potential 2-on-1 situation, but now it looks like it swung the other way. Dereiss is in trouble, and the numbers are not spelling a very good situation for him.
That being said, he's got Reece lined up, picks him up in a fireman's carry, but rake to the eyes there from Reece, I think that was.
Behind perfect ring positioning, of course, putting himself between the referee, unable to see the rake of the eyes.
And Dereiss then dropped throat first across that top rope. Here comes the double choke slam from Reece and Rogan. Rogan will go for the cover, and Reece and Rogan victorious.
Here are your winners, Reece and Rogan!
Well, Tempest, they issued the open challenge, and tonight at Eternal Glory they came, they saw, and they conquered.
The new Gen is now off on a very good first step here at Eternal Glory. We wondered if the tag team synergy of Reece and Rogan would carry them through this match, and ultimately, that is exactly what happened.
And is this an omen for how the rest of the night will go for New Gen? Somewhere back in the locker room, Miles Kamen has a smile on his face from ear to ear. New Gen believe that this night, at this historic moment in NGW history, is their moment to claim the mantle and prove they are the top here in NGW. And Reece and Rogan getting them off to a mighty good start in that endeavor here in our opening match. The biggest event of the summer is coming to Hull City Hall on Friday, 28th of June, as New Generation Wrestling presents Ultimate Showdown, featuring all your favorite NGW stars. History will be made at this heart-pumping,
all-action spectacular that the whole family will love. Get your tickets now at newgenwrestling.com or direct from the City Hall box office.